The link to the video is below in the information box. A 4-year-old says, through tears, they don't like me because I'm black. Let me analyze this situation. Number 1, who told the 4-year-old she was black? I didn't know I was quote-unquote black until I was 9 years old. Number 2, who made fun of her? Number 3, who gave her the idea that the teasing was due to her being black? This entire scenario is ridiculous. 4 years old is entirely too young to even deal with this. We all want to hold hands and sing kumbaya, but 4-year-old black kids are having to deal with racism these days? How is this possible? I didn't have to deal with racism until I came back to the United States and went to an all-white private boarding school. I was made aware that I was black, quote-unquote, when I was 9 years old by a racist maid that we have. After that, my family never hired a non-black maid or butler because the maid had said racist words to me which I did not understand at the time. This 4-year-old is so disturbed by the racism that she's crying hysterically. This means she was made to understand and understand deeply what was going on. Imagine if someone said something to you that was racist in a foreign language. It wouldn't even matter to you because you don't even comprehend what is going on. But if they said it in English and it's someone you know, then and only then would it bring you to tears. I don't think it's quite time to hold hands and sing Kumbaya just yet. P.S. The mother that filmed the daughter had tried to tell the school that several times before and the school didn't believe her. So this time she filmed it. I hope she pulled her daughter from the school and put her in an all-black school. The important thing is to get the child in a supportive environment, not a racist environment. She could not have known that the kids were racist before entering her child in the school. Apparently, even the teachers and administrators didn't know. Now, everybody always comes against me. You don't need to segregate black people. You don't know. Here's the important thing in this situation. The important thing is to get this child into an all-black school while they don't have to deal with that. The only thing that they have to deal with is learning, period. And she can do that at an all-black school. You're not going to deal with racism at an all-black school. That is a non-starter. Black parents, you don't have to prove anything to anybody, and you definitely don't have to prove anything to white people that you are modern, you are progressive. For me, that's a 4-letter word these days. You don't have to prove that you're not racist. Your children are what's important now. If you send your child to a school and the child comes back crying saying, they don't want to be my friends because I'm black, you need to stop what you're doing in your life and pay attention to what's going on in your child's life. Pull them out of that school. Period. That is first base right there. The very first thing you do is pull the child out of that school. I don't care what the school says. I don't care what the district says. I don't care what your pastor says. I don't care what your congressman says. You are the parent. If your child comes back from school and saying, they don't want to be my friends because I'm black, that should be a sign to you that you need to pull the child from that school, period. You're the parent. You don't have anything to prove to anybody else. You are that child's parent. And conversely, if you're a racist white parent and you don't want your child going to school with a black kid, put them in an all-white school. There's plenty of them. Of course, the quote-unquote right thing to do is to put aside racism, but it exists. And a child at 4 years old does not need to deal with that. That is not something on the agenda of a 4-year-old. You, as a parent, need to set your child up for success in life. This isn't a case, well, I need my child to learn this now. No, you need your child to be in a loving, embracing environment. For a black child, that means going to an all-black school. It doesn't matter that people say, well, the all-black school has lesser education. That's a lie, first of all. The lesson here is that your child needs to be happy first. They don't need to deal with that. And to hell with anybody else that tells you different. Stop running up behind white people. Stop running up behind white people. They don't care about you any more than you care about them. They don't care about anybody else any more than anybody else cares about them. Stop running up behind white people. Well, I need to send my child to the white school. They have computers. Well, buy your child a computer. If it's so important to you, buy your child a computer. Buy your child a laptop. Buy your child an iPad. I'm not trying to promote Apple. Buy your child a tablet. You're the parent. You're supposed to provide for the child. Stop being selfish. And here's, I wrote this on another thing. Stop being selfish and pay attention to what's going on in your child's life. You are the sacrifice. The child is the future. You need to put all of your wisdom of all of your years in life into that child. Your child doesn't need to be suffering because you want to prove that you personally are not racist. Okay, you know who cares about that? Only you. Send your child to an all-black school. You don't have anything to prove to anybody. Who's important in your life? Your child. Do everything for your child. Stop running up behind some Negro. Stop running up behind some white person. You don't have anything to prove to anybody. And this goes across the board for white, blue, green, whoever. I concentrate on black people because I think black people have an identity problem. They run up behind white people trying to prove that they're so awesome. Who cares? You're an adult now. Nobody cares. Your child is what matters. I don't have children, but this is what I would do. And I would take out loans to send my child to private school. I would go into debt to send my child to private school. Yes, I would. When my family first started out, they weren't rich. And that's what they did. How do you like that? So my example is the child is important over and above everything else. Why are you going to work? Why are you buying diapers if it's not for the child? They are the future. You need to set their lives up better than you have it. Better than you have it. And I don't want to hear, well, you're coddling the child. No, it's a child. When the child becomes 15, then you can stop coddling, quote unquote, the child. But at 4 years old, you need to coddle the child. It's a child, it's a baby. It's not Kissinger. It's not Obama. It's not somebody that you need to sit down and debate with. It's a child. Just as much as people rant and rave about parents not disciplining their children, I say you also don't love your children enough. You're not affectionate enough towards your child. Just as much as you need to give them discipline, you also need to give them love. And in this situation, your heart needs to break right along with my heart watching this damn child cry because they don't want to be her friend because she's black. I swear to God, my heart broke into I couldn't even watch the video. I just couldn't watch it. Your heart needs to break just as much as mine did watching this child. And I don't even know this child. I don't know this mother. I don't know the school. But the child said they don't want to be my friend because I'm black. Anyway, I'll stop because I'll get emotional right here. All right, thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show.